World Travelers Toastmasters number 0796793.
We have proven that we do not have to be in the same room to be united, to encourage each other, to succeed, and to celebrate together.
Hmm. Hello, Privet. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome everyone from all around the world. Welcome to World Traveler's Flight. This is Tamami Nagayama from Japan, your crew surgeon at arms. I'm thrilled to welcome our friends from Chamber Toastmasters Club in Ukraine. Please be advised that we are recording this journey. So please turn on your camera if you're okay and put your sweet smiles along the journey. Also, remember to mute yourself when you're not speaking. Our journey will take about 1.5 hours. Our journey is to make sure that we follow the mission of a Toastmasters Club, which is to provide a mutually supportive and positive learning environment in which every member has the opportunity to develop communication and leadership skills, which in turn foster self-confidence and personal growth. Now let's call our president of World Travelers Toastmasters Club, who has recently achieved his fourth DTM. Wow. Joseph, please give the opening address to welcome everyone.
Thank you so much, Tamam. We deeply appreciate you. Good morning, world, especially Chamber from Ukraine today, and all of our family from all over the world, as you can tell. I currently am in California where it's 6:05 a.m. So I'm not quite as alert as many of you are already. Of course, some of you are probably ready to go to bed, and I totally understand that. And that's what makes Toastmasters in this club and clubs like it very special, is because we reach out to everyone in the world and develop our different skills and learn about other cultures. And that's why I love so much about World Traveler Toastmasters Club. I've been a Toastmaster just over 10 years, past District 33 director. Seemed like yesterday, but it was like 4 or 5 years ago, if I'm not too mistaken. But this is a fun club, and we enjoy the different cultures and what we learn from one another. And feel free in the chat box to leave your emails, information, so we can reach out in the future. You can invite us to different meetings that you have, and vice versa. It's so important that we constantly reach out and stay as connected as we can. The world is full of uncertainty, unfortunately, but we can stay close and supportive of one another. So really proud I get to introduce the president of the Chamber Toastmasters Club. And that's kind of a big deal. So everyone, please put your hands together and help me welcome Madam Presidente Bob.
Thank you, Joseph. Thank you, everyone. I'm Lyubov Tisovska, president of Chamber Toastmaster Club. And I'm so excited to be here and journey with your club together. And I hope we get great meeting today and share each other experience and positive vibe during this traveling. And back to you, Joseph or Tamami.
All right. Thank you so much for that. This is going to be a fun time, I promise you. So help me welcome Tania, our grammarian of the day, and she'll hand it back over to Lou. So what are we doing as a grammarian?
Hello, everyone. Today it's me, and as performing the role of a grammarian. And as a grammarian, it's my responsibility to look for the English usage during the meeting by all the speakers, to watch for some outstanding words or phrases, as well as some possible mistakes or areas for improvement. And also it's my responsibility to introduce the word of the day, which is today straight away, which means immediately. And example usage. I hope that the matter can be considered straight away. Everyone is encouraged to use the word of the day during the meeting. And at the end of our meeting, I will present a report. Thank you.
So sorry, Lubov, I think you are the Toastmaster of the day.
Yeah.
Bob,
Yeah.
you're the boss. You're the Toastmaster.
A little bit misunderstanding. Okay. Sorry for this short interruption. And now my journey to present our next technical team who will help us during this meeting. And this role is accounter. Please, Kim Lau, stage is yours. Please introduce your role for today.
Thank you very much, Lubo. As fellow Toastmaster, as the R counter, I will be listening attentively to all the speeches and all the words that you utter, and pick up words that is not useful, like the word characters of are, so, and, you know, but, and I will record them and report them towards the end of the meeting. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kim, but don't thank you very much. And I have a small question for you during this meeting. Please share with us what is the topic is our meeting is right here and right now. And the question for you, what are you reading right now?
Lubo, did you ask me a question? What
yes. What
am
are you reading right now? Because the topic of our meeting right here and right now.
So what am I reading right now?
Yeah.
Oh, in the sense of I'm just reading reading a book, or reading what kind of books am I reading right now, or what?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Right. The books that I'm reading right now is a crime thriller by I think it's Harlan Coben. He's a very good crime writer, and I love his book. And I think it's called Faith. I think the title of the book. That's what I'm reading right now. Is that the answer to the question?
Yes, because it's
okay. Thank you very much. Okay.
Thank you very much for sharing with us. So, and now, what is the time? What is the time? And now, time to pass the floor to the person who will help us keep time under control. And I give the floor Arnia Kuzin. Arnia, stage is yours. Please introduce your role.
Sorry, Rubov, I think the timer is Rafaela. Yeah. I send you the new
updated.
Yeah. Yeah. It's Jamina is going to be the timer.
Okay. Amina, please introduce your role for today. I don't see.
Jamina, you are muted.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Please introduce your role.
Okay, hello, my name is Jamina. I'm from World Travelers Club, and tonight I will be taking a role as the timer. So for the timing, we have the two speakers, which is for speaker that has time limit 5 to 7 minutes. I'm going to display a green screen. Sorry, I haven't have the screen ready yet, but I'm going to show it later on. So for 5 minutes, I'm going to show a green screen. For 6 minutes, I'm going to show a yellow screen, and for 7 minutes, I'm going to show you a red screen. For speakers which has the duration of 4 to 6 minutes, I'm going to show you green screen for 4 minutes and yellow screen for 5 minutes and red screen for 6 minutes. As for table topic, we have 1 to 2 minutes, and I'm going to show you green screen for 1 minute, 1.5 minutes, I'm going to show you yellow screen, and the last 2 minutes, I'm going to show you a red screen. That is all for the timing rule for tonight. Okay, for if your speech is 3 to 4 minutes, then I'm going to show you green screen for 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes, I'm going to show you yellow screen, and 4 minutes, I'm going to show you red screen. Okay, I think that is all from me for our timing. Thank you.
Thank you, Jamila. But we have today 3 speakers. And I have also the small question for you about right here and right now. What simple thing blows your mind right now? Jamila? You mute. I have additional question for you. What simple things blows your mind right now?
Simple, can you?
Simple things blows your mind right now.
Okay, what is the simple thing that crossed my mind right now?
Yeah.
Simple thing, well, that is a simple question, but with a difficult answer, I guess. Okay, that's interesting.
Yes.
I think a simple thing is just to think simply in every situation. Sometimes we try to complicate things a lot. When we are asked to, what do you want to eat? Sometimes we complicate things. I want to eat something that is not too expensive. I want, even when we try to buy something online, right? Because nowadays we tend to do everything online, even to order food. We tend to, when I try to find something to eat, I even complicate things. Like I don't want this store because it costs 5,000 rupiah more than the other store. I don't want to choose this store because the delivery costs a bit more than the other store. And I don't want to choose this store over that store because it has discount and that store does not have discount. So those kind of things make me make me lose a lot of time just to choose, because actually it should not be that complicated. So I think the simple thing is not to try complicate everything, but to have it in a simple way.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, the question was right, easy, but answer really difficult. So let's proceed with our main part, and my pleasure to invite the online stage Nancy Winston from World Travel with her social speech. Nancy Winston from World Travel with her social speech. Please, stage is yours, and a round of applause.
Welcome, Toastmasters, especially those of you from Ukraine. Let me get my iPad here. So, oops, hold on. It was 1999 when I planned to attend the District 26, which is in Colorado and Wyoming. I planned to attend the District 26 Fall Conference. On Friday evening is always a fun night. And I got there a little early and there were tables set up in the room. There's only one other person in the room. Well, I couldn't just ignore them. So I sat down to talk to this lady with beautiful white hair, whiter than mine. She's probably about my age as well. I struck up a conversation. And I found out that her company, Kinder Morgan, which is a gas company of some sort, had moved her from Houston, Texas, up here to Colorado. And she was a Toastmaster and planned to participate in District 26 as well. Little did I know how the two of us would impact our district.
Here's what I found.
I'm having trouble with my iPad. Apparently, she had been a lieutenant governor of marketing, which was the old name for club growth director back in the 2000s. Okay. And she had been here a couple of years when she decided to run for this office. Well, at that time, I was also planning to run for that office. We had a friendly competition, and believe it or not, on our Friday night fun night, the night before the business meeting, which the election would take place, we partnered up and did a dance routine, if you want to call it that, to Shania Twain's song, "Whose Bed Have Your Boots Been Under?" So it's a kind of a crazy song about, and for those of you that don't know, about a lady who is worried about where her husband's boots have been or what bed he's been sleeping in. Does that make sense? So we did that together. She won hands down. But a fellow friend of mine, fellow Toastmaster friend of mine said, hey, the district needs a division director for one of the divisions. I said, okay, I'll put my name in. So I worked right along with her as a division director. And next year, I ran for lieutenant governor of marketing, and we worked together in the trio. Now, while I was division governor, I'm a goal setter. So I decided, because that was the beginning of when Toastmasters was allowing advanced Toastmasters clubs. And I said, we need one in District 26. She and I were charter members of that club. And the club is still going strong today. Who am I talking about? Judy Ragland Lloyd. She just passed away last week. I was so sad to hear about this, but she had been in a nursing home for several years and her health was declining. But boy, we all missed her in our district. We missed her at functions, we missed her at our club meetings and so forth. I last saw her in June of 2022 when we had a little birthday party at a restaurant, just some of her closest Toastmaster friends. I don't believe there will be any others like her. She was a beautiful human being who spread love and happiness to every person she met. She had an infectious smile for everyone around her. I will miss you, Judy. Thank you, Toastmasters.
Thank you, Nancy, for your speech. It was a really great speech. And we move on. And our next speaker from Chamber Toastmaster Club, Ruslan Tisovsky. Stay connected, Ruslan Tisovsky. Ruslan, stage is yours.
Stage is mine. Thank you very much. So stay connected. let's start. I was lucky to be born in the telecommunication family. My father had been working in the telecommunication company all his life. My mother, the same story. What about my uncle and my aunt? The same. What about my sister? She entered the telecommunication university after me. Okay. What about my wife? Sad story, you know. I met her in the telecommunication university. So what does that mean? It means that I have a very specific and maybe not a typical point of view on how communication between people works. And now, the right time to share a few stories with you. The first story, telephone station kid, me. I was a kid, and it happened more than 40 years ago. Sometimes, that times, my mother took me to her workplace in the telecommunication company to spend and even sleep the all night there on this station. It was the big room in the building where my mother switched wires and cables, telephone lines through all night. Before I fell asleep, I watched how my mother switched lines, got calls, and tried to connect very different people from very different part of our country. The time it was absolutely fantastic and magic for me, for small kid. People speak with each other by cables. Second story, Cuba, Republic of Freedom. I was 11 years old. The Soviet Union has crashed. It was not the best time for us, for all of us that time. Many people tried to be alive in their own ways. That time we got a big disaster at the Chernobyl nuclear station in Ukraine. We were lucky to live in the special zone near Chernobyl. Lucky. Sure, a lot of kids have been visiting hospitals to check their health for many years. I was one of them. One day I got a message from the hospital that I was lucky to win among many kids a healthy trip to Cuba. That time Cuba helped Soviet kids and provided these trips for a few months to the island of freedom. And I spent there almost 2 months. I used to write letters to my parents and friends every 2 weeks and even got answers by letters, writing letters. When I sent my last letter to my parents before we get back to Kiev, to Ukraine, me and my last letter came home together the one time. It was very funny to read it together with my family, this my last letter to them. It was second story about communication between the people. And the last story about the friend. I have a friend, my very close friend. We started our friendship in the kindergarten. We used to sit together at the one table till the end of the school. One day, after we finished school, my friend's parents made a decision to relocate abroad. That was a big surprise for our friendship. Many years we have been writing letters to each other every week, called each other once a month to speak for a few minutes, only a few minutes. I still have all of them on my shelf. Sometimes I take them from the shelf and try to read them. And they are very funny, these letters. And it means all these stories that we paid very big attention to communicate with each other. After a few years, something happens. I have been working hard in telecommunication company for many, many years. We built many, many cables in the ground. We constructed many, many lines. We installed internet switches and started mobile networks. Very big job. 5G for today. Okay. One day we heard this sound. Ooh. I think all of you remember this sound. It was ICQ Messenger. That was the end of 20th century, and we did it. We got messengers. We finished writing and sending the letters and started messaging, typing by the internet. We started to forget how it was before. Communication for today is very comfortable. Hello, mom. Hello, dad. You know, I'm a bit busy now. I will call you back a bit later. Maybe after one day, maybe after 1 week, because today we are so busy to communicate with each other. My memory said that we were not so busy that time to write letters in the past and make these short calls. Telecommunication, and especially me, tries to make your life easier, not busier. Don't be so busy. Just make a call. That's it. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Ruslan, for your speech. You remind me about how I was a kid and also write the letter when I was a camp. And dear friends, I encourage everyone, don't hesitate, let others know if you like it with thumbs up reaction. Meanwhile, we proceed, continue, and I'll pass the floor. Janet Fuchik, DTM from World Travels, Holiday Traditions. Janet, for this speech and share with us great traditions and delicious food. Thank you for this. And we move on. And right now, right here, time for one of the challenging and creativity part of the meeting. I want to give the floor to Lada. She is famous with her nickname as Unicorn Goddess and TEDx speaker and passionate Toastmaster. She will conduct table topic session. Let's welcome her as well as give her a round of applause. Lada, stage is yours, please.
Hello, my fellow Toast gods and goddesses. Привіт, мої всі українці. Я є українка з Америки, so I'm gonna record. Okay, so let's start again. Hello, my fellow Toast gods and goddesses. Привіт всі мої українці. Я є американка з українське походження. So я говорю по-українськи. I just said that I'm a Ukrainian here in New York. And I have the honor to be your table topic goddess for the evening. And so I am known, correct, Lubov? I am known as the Unicorn Toasty Play Goddess, but I'm also known as the Yuki for Ukrainian, Yuki Unicorn Toasty Play Goddess. And I travel around the world on my Playify Toasty World Tour, adding fun and play to Toastmaster meetings. Why? Because play, and Albert Einstein agrees with me, play is the highest form of learning. Play is the highest form of learning. And today we're going to have some fun and then play with our table topics. And we're going to do it in a way I bet none of you have ever done before. We're going to do table topics blindfolded. Yes, blindfolded. Go get your blindfolds. Whatever you have in the house, go get yourself a blindfold. Go ahead, guys. Go get your blindfolds. Whatever you got. Go ahead. Go get your blindfolds. Whatever you can use, whatever you want to use. You can use a mask. You can use a scarf. Whatever it is, but I want you to be blindfolded. Ruslan, go get your blindfold. Lubov, go get your blindfold. Tatiana, go get your blindfold. Go ahead. Go get something.
No, it doesn't work. That's not good enough. You got to use something. It really makes a difference. You really need to put something on your to the darkness makes a really, really big difference. All right. And as you're, yeah, exactly. Rochelle, you got it. Use your mask. It's the best. It's the best. Definitely. Okay. And no, you can't just close your eyes. It's got to be Ruslan. Perfect. Yes. Okay. Ruslan. Yes. All right. All right. And the reason why how I started with the blindfold, it's actually very interesting. Alexi, what do you have there? That's great. Looks like a sausage. I actually do, I'm a triathlon and a marathoner, and I actually got bored. So I decided to do triathlons and marathons blindfolded. Yep. Makes it totally different. I did the New York City Marathon twice blindfolded and other marathons as well. And the reason for table topics, when you are a beginning speaker, it's fantastic because everyone disappears, right? And you're not nervous. For advanced speakers, it's quite a challenge. And for all of us, basically, you're seeing your brain, everything's in the frontal cortex, and you're just going to be describing all those pictures and whatever's going on there with descriptive language, with vocal variety. Okay, that's what it's going to be a totally different experience. Okay, so here we go. Who will be, and the timer, whoever the time, it's Jamina, if you could just audibly call out green, yellow, red, so they hear it, okay? So green, sure. Yellow, red. Okay, so who will be my first person? You want it right? Oh, Amran, here we go. Amran, you are brave. All right, put on your eyes. Okay, here we go. All right. You ready? I'm going to give you an easy one for the first one.
Yes, I am.
You look like a ghost. You guys don't see it, but he looks like a ghost.
Toastmaster.
Okay, here we go. So here's your question. Describe, and all my questions are going to be about positivity, being positive, as I am the positive unicorn. So Amran, describe your dream vacation destination. Your dream vacation destination, and what would be the epitome of a positive, awesome experience on your dream vacation? The floor is yours.
Thank you, Topic Master. My dream vacation is to be with my grandchildren. I have 9 grandchildren, 5 boys and 4 girls. I'm staying in the east of Malaysia, in the island of Borneo. All my grandchildren are in the west of Malaysia, West Malaysia, which is about 2,000 miles from my place in the east. I would love to bring them to the sandy beaches, or one of the beaches in West Malaysia. I would love to see them playing in the sand, playing with the sand, or swimming nearby the sea, nearby the blue sea. I love to look at their face, their smiling face, laughing, running. It will excite me. I really love looking at their happy faces. I have not met them since the COVID era. I only saw them through video calls. In fact, one of them, I've not met him since he was born because of the COVID. So, Madam Toastmaster, that is my dream, to be amongst my grandchildren playing in the sandy beach in West Malaysia. Over to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Oh, sounds beautiful. Thank you. All right, awesome. Okay. All right. So let us go. And who else wants to go? Who's next? Just raise your hand so I can see it. Who'd like to be next? Priya. All right, Priya. You got to put your blindfold on. Okay. Put your blindfold down. And yes, and also it's amazing when you listen with the blindfold, it's also very different. So Amran, put back your blindfold on. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Priya. All right. You are a superhero. Who are you? You need to tell me what your name is, your special power, your costume, and when was the last time you used the power and how did you use it? So you're a superhero, your name, your power, your costume, and when was the last time you used your power? The floor is yours, Priya.
A very, very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. If I am a superhero, I would like to have the power to disappear and reappear wherever possible. So that is my superpower. Being a mom of 2 kids, I have to appear in different places at different times. When my child is crying in the other room, I have to be there. When they call from the office, I need to be there. And someone is ringing the bell at the door, I need to be there. And sometimes I'm worried about my parents staying far away and I need to be there. So with this superpower, and my child is right now calling me to see something, I need to be there. The last time I used this superpower was a week ago when my child fell sick and was in the hospital. One child was in the hospital and one was at home, and there was continuous meetings in the office. I just magicked quickly and I spent the days at office and the nights in the hospital. If I am able to sort out all these things, I would feel very blessed. And I just can't wait for my kids to grow up and be able to take care of themselves. One of them is a toddler and other is a young schoolgoer who still depend upon me a lot for their daily needs, whether it's for eating, bathing, or even dressing up. I still need to do that. I would like to be a superwoman, a super mom, and a superhero for them. Thank you.
Exactly. That is your title. You are super mom. Wow. Okay. Oh, there's your kid. Oh, I'm sorry. You all can't see it. Oh, you see her kids on. Oh, beautiful. All right. Okay. Thank you, Priya. All right. I think who had the raise? Faraz, you were next? Faraz. Yes, Faraz, you were next. Okay. I see your hand. Okay. Here we go. All right. All right, my dear. You ready? Here we go. Yep. All right. You are an inventor, a mad scientist. You've created a gadget, a machine that instantly turns any situation or any thought from negative to positive, okay? So describe this unbelievable device. How does it work? Give me the whole story. All right, go ahead, our mad scientist. Floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Madam Table Topics Goddess Lada. This is absolutely the right thing that I need to talk about today, because it was just 3 days back that I managed to test my little invention, which converts anything negative to positive. Hear me out, please. Now, my good lady, the lady who I spend my life with, my wife, says that I've got a big belly. Now, I know everybody's blindfolded, but I'm just showing my belly. And she keeps telling me, this is bad, it's not good for you, it's not healthy, this is going to cause a lot of problems. Now, at this stage, I decided this is where I need to test my little invention. So I switched it on and I went on my run. Yes, even though I have a belly, I run. I am a road runner, just like Lada. And for some reason, this particular day, I got a little tired. I ran a bit too hard at the beginning, and towards the latter part of my run, I got a bit tired. And of course, the roads in Colombo are good. The pavements are not all that great. It's a little bumpy. And I stumbled on something and I fell. As I fell, all my skills of saving myself came into picture. I put my palms down in order to save myself. But guess what really helped me? It was not my palms. It was my big fat belly. I hit my belly and I bounced off it, and literally the next second I was standing back up on. And that day I realized that my machine really works. My wife says the belly is bad for me, but that day it was proven that my belly is not bad for me, but it was good for me. And that's thanks to the little invention that I have. Ladies and gentlemen, all of us have this little invention in ourselves. I'm giving this free to every one of you. It's simply called forget about negativity and think about positivity, and everything in life will definitely be positive. Let's think positive and enjoy the best of our lives. Back to you, madam.
I think all the men will now have an excuse for their beer bellies. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant, Maraz. Thank you, my dear. Okay, so who's next? I would love to give, Alexi, you're next. I love you. You have the funniest blindfold. I think it's a cushion. Are you ready, Alexi?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, my dear. With the his blindfold is a cushion. It's very, very funny. Okay, here we go. You are, Alexi, you are a famous chef. Ha. And you're known for creating amazing dishes, amazing food that makes people feel positive and happy and just joyful. Tell me your signature dish, meaning the dish that you're famous for, and tell me its secret ingredients. Okay? Your famous dish and the ingredients that go into it. Go, the floor is yours, our famous cushion chef.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jacques. I'm from Paris, France, and I have been cooking for all my life. And all my clients adore my food. Why? Because I love my food first. You, of course, ready to ask me about the secret ingredients of my food, but the only secret ingredient in my food is my love. You know that you can create everything so tasteful, so horrible from the best meals, but you can create fantastic, delicious food from nothing, from everything that you can buy on your local market, with only love, with only dedication that you should put into your food. And believe me, in my kitchen, I am a magician. I am a wizard creating food that you would like. Please come to my restaurant. Remember, Jacques, Paris, France. Thank you.
That was absolutely brilliant. Thank you, Alexi. That was awesome. Okay. All right. So anyone want to be next, or am I going to choose somebody? No. Eliza, is that your hand? No. Okay. Anyone? All right. I'm going to pick another one from Chambers. Let's see. Tatiana. How about you, girl? Okay. You ready? Okay. Here's your question. Describe your favorite piece of art, a song, a sculpture, anything, some favorite piece of art, song, a sculpture that for you is very positive. Okay, something very, very positive that whenever you see it, whenever you look at it, it makes you feel positive, and share that with all of us. Describe it and just tell us all about it. The floor is yours.
Okay, thank you for your question. When I was a student, I liked to visit the modern art gallery in the center of Kiev, Pinchuk Art Center. I think those who live in Kiev know this gallery. And they always had some very, very creative things and exhibitions there. And one day, my husband and I, we came to that gallery, and in one of the halls, we saw this I don't know, room made of glass walls, and inside this room there was just the white fog. When you enter this room, this glass structure, when you get inside, you cannot see anything around you, absolutely anything, because everything is just white. When you straight your hands in front of you, you cannot see even your fingers. So thick this fog was in that room. And we were just like blindfolded. We were walking throughout this room, and then we hit this glass wall because we couldn't see it, obviously. And the other moment when we approached this glass wall, we tried along this wall to go out, to find the way out. And then we just walked around from the outside, and we just were stood next to this glass, and the girl, she was approaching, not seeing anything to that glass. And when she came very close, my husband made like boo, and she was so scared because she didn't see anything. And then she came to that wall and she saw us, and he scared her. And that was very funny. We were laughing from the different sides of this glass. And I remember this moment very, very bright as it was yesterday. I think that was a really great idea to build this room. Thank you.
Sounds great. That sounds like fun. Laughter is contagious, right? Even if you can't hear, you see someone laughing, you want to laugh. Okay. All right. Am I good on time? Can I do one more? How's our time doing? Where's our toast goddess? Okay. All right. I'm going to.
The last one.
Okay. Well, last one. Okay. All right. So who wants the last one? Come on. Don't everybody jump. Give me a hand up. Rochelle, would you like a question? All right, my dear. Here you go.
All right, fellow New Yorker, hit me.
All right, let's see. Let's see what you do with this one. My dear Rochelle, describe a fun fictional sport. A sport that is completely made up, that is all about positivity. What are the rules and what's the ultimate goal of the game? So it's a made up sport. You're making it up. Give me the rules and what's the ultimate goal of this game that's going to be all about positivity.
Thank you, Madam Table Topics Master. The beautiful game that we play is leapfrog to Toastmasters clubs. Now, what that means is you leap from one club to the other by way of Zoom, and your goal is to score as many as you can club meetings in 30 days. But at each one, in order to get credit for being part of it, you have to participate in table topics. And in participating in table topics, you may be asked to be blindfolded, you may be asked to stand backwards and deliver your table topic, but somehow, some way, you have to hit that green card 30 times in the month in order to win Leapfrog Toastmasters. Now, the other rule of the game is in at least one of those, you have to speak another language. It can be any language that you want, but given that we are an international organization, you can choose from any language that you want and deliver one of those table topics in another language. So perhaps bonjour, aujourd'hui c'est samedi, le 25 de November. So the rule number one is you have to hit 30 Toastmasters clubs in 30 days. Rule number two, you have to deliver one table topic in each of those meetings. And rule number three, tu dois parler en une autre langue, peut-être en français. Madam Table Topics, I invite you to participate in this incredible leapfrog moment to create positivity in Toastmasters International around the world. Thank you.
Okay. Bien sûr, of course I will. Yes, of course I will. And I'll tell you guys my favorite joke is, what game do you never play with a unicorn? Go ahead, guess. Leapfrog. The horn. Ah! That would be very, very painful. Okay, so how was that? Wasn't that awesome? Wasn't it really interesting? Right?
It was different.
It was different, right?
Yeah,
Totally
yeah,
different,
sure.
right?
It was
Am I
an
getting thumbs
awesome
up?
experience.
Right?
Yeah, it was.
And listening, it's also different, right? Listening and also speaking. So give me a thumbs up.
Yeah.
That was fun, right? Woo! Okay. And
Awesome.
that's it for me. You know what? Why don't we take a photograph right now while we're here? Shall we do that? I think that we'll do that real quick. Why don't we do that? Everyone give me your big, everyone get on camera if you can. Praya, come on there. Ruslan, everyone. Azad, Petra, if you're there. Okay. Ruslan, are you there? All right. I guess whoever. There's two of you. That's really cool. Okay, you guys ready? Big smiles. All right. And now the crazy shot. Give me your biggest, funnest smiles. Come on, get those hands up. Come on, go a little crazy. And one more, because that was the dress rehearsal. 1, 2, 3, go. All right, awesome. And with that, back to our beautiful toast goddess of the evening, Lubov.
Yeah.
Back to you, my dear.
Lada, дякую. Thank you for this unbelievable, incredible, and creativity table topic session.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. We should try in our club also.
Yes,
Thank you
we'll
for
try
this.
that.
Move on to our last part of this meeting, and right now all participants get an incredible opportunity to get feedback on their work from an experienced member and help speakers be better at public speaking. I want to invite first speech evaluator, experienced member, winner of contest, Alexey Alenikov from Chamber Toastmaster Club, who will evaluate Nancy's speech. Alexey, stage is yours, please.
Thank you, Madam President. First of all, I just want to express my gratitude to such experienced and qualified speaker as Nancy is for this incredible speech. I really enjoyed your passion, your ability to speak freely, absolutely, without any problem about such sophisticated and sensitive topics like death of people who were with us. And your speech was built on this idea that, as I understood it, that whatever happened inside our club, the spirits of our former members will be always with us. And you share with us your sweet memories, how you met your friend, how you become to be Toastmasters. And it was really good. What can be improved? Because, even after so many years in our clubs, we always have something to improve. First of all, I would recommend you to decide what to do with your iPod, yes, because it was a little bit distracted problem for you, as far as I understood. And your eyes were always not straight in the screen, but something in other direction. And the second that I would recommend is just maybe we need some, in case of sensitive topics, we need some, details, some maybe not so extremely private, but some features that we remember about our beloved and unfortunately not with us people. And at the end, I just want to express again my gratitude and my honor to be your evaluator today, and wish to see you many times again. Thank you. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you so much.
Alexei, thank you. Thank you very much. And our next speech evaluator, Farnad Farouk from World Travels Toastmaster Club. Farnad, stage is yours, please.
Thank you so much, dear madam. I need to take a call. Hello, can I speak with Toastmaster Raslan, please? He's not there. Can you please tell him that he's done an amazing speech and he has convinced me that I should be speaking to important people without any delay? Thank you. Friends, that's exactly what I have learned by listening to the speech of Toastmaster Raslan. What an amazing speech with a great message, persuading me to pick the phone up and make that call now without any delay. Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Raslan, for getting that message into this knucklehead of mine. And how did Toastmaster Raslan do this? He did this with the classic technique of telling us stories. And he threw in 3 amazing stories from his past on different forms of communication. And from the stories I gathered, there's a story about speaking as a form of communication. Then there is another lovely story about writing letters as a form of communication. And of course, the third story also involved writing letters. And then he brought us to reality. Beautiful way of taking me on this journey of emotion. Next thing that I saw Toastmaster Raslan do was to establish his expertise and credibility on why I should listen to him in this delivering this message. He told me he comes from a family of telecom people. His dad, his mom, his uncle, his auntie, his sister, and his wife all were telecommunication. And he said, I have a view of how communication works. Now, why is this important? In a persuasive speech, you need to speak to people's logic and bring facts and figures. And it's important that this expertise was established. So well done on that. The third thing I saw, nice subtle humor here and there. He told us about everybody being from telecom, and this for my wife, it's a sad story. She's also a telecom person. And then, of course, I wrote a letter, and then I got back home and the letter and me reached at the same time. I thought that was very witty, humorous, beautiful stuff. The fourth thing, use of the great message that Toastmaster Raslan passed. So thank you so much. What would I do slightly differently? Now, there were 3 stories. And Toastmaster Raslan said story number 1, then he said story number 2, and then he said story number 3. I would not say that, but instead I'll say, that's where I'll do my first story. I'll do my second story somewhere here. I'll do it here and use the movement and the stage for transition rather than numbering the stories. Let's get that out. Next thing, the voice is an important tool. A big room, absolutely fantastic. Island of freedom. Let's bring those emotions in, and then we will be able to actually bring those out. In summary, thank you so much, Toastmaster Raslan. I must tell you, just as soon as this evaluation is over, I'm going to make that important call to my father because I know he's going to wait. I cannot tell him I'm busy. I'm just straight away going to do that. And now, let me make the call and back to you.
Thank you, Farnas, for this great cook with Colin. Perfect. Thank you very much, and let's move on. And my pleasure invite to the virtual stage Rochelle Rice, DTM from Chamber Toastmaster Club, who will evaluate our third speaker. Rochelle, stage is yours, please.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster and fellow Toastmasters from around the world. Greetings from New York City. I was very excited to be able to evaluate Janet today, who is a distinguished Toastmaster. And traditional format, I'll give some things that worked well for her and some suggestions for improvement. What worked really well was she started out with what we call alliteration. Food, fun, festivities. Just listening to the repetition of that F, food, fun, and festivities, immediately draws your audience in. Janet is also excellent with the use of body language and singing even when it comes to her speeches. So her ability to use her hands throughout the speech was very, very well done. And the third thing that she did super well was she ended her speech with a call to action. How do you celebrate the holidays? Which meant that each of us had an opportunity to sort of review, especially those of us in the States and around who have just had Thanksgiving, how do we celebrate the holidays? Now, because Janet's a distinguished Toastmaster, I felt I could be a little stronger with some suggestions for improvement. So first and foremost, Janet, I would only recommend, and to each of us after 3+ years in COVID, that you make sure that your camera screen is on you and not that you're looking down into your screen. So possibly put a book or two underneath so you are looking right into the camera. I say this as a Toastmaster, but also as someone who might be in business and have a business meeting. The more we are in alignment with the camera lens, the stronger we come across as confident and knowing exactly what we're doing as I fix my camera and knowing exactly what we're doing as we deliver our message. The second thing, my question to you was, are you reading? Are you reading on the screen? And if I could put you back to gallery, I'll be able to see if you can give me a thumbs up. Were you reading on this, Janet? Or no?
No, just the Vagreville Alberta one, just the facts and figures. So I got it straight this morning.
Okay, terrific. All right, because it was really, really well done. And I know sometimes because we can deliver on the computer, it is sometimes easy for people to be able to read. So thank you for that. I understand the facts and figures. That all worked really, really well. And I would have loved to have heard your family history earlier, because you are of Ukrainian descent, it sounded like, living in Alberta, and you knew everything about it. And here we are with a chamber club from Ukraine. So I would love to heard earlier more about your chamber. About your Ukrainian history, because it was really fascinating to lead into it. Then lastly, you were very, very good with body gestures, but be careful not to throw them away. So at one point you played the flute, but it went kind of like flute. Take your moment, play the flute. Another time there was something else, but just be careful you're not throwing them away, because you're very good at it. So by the time we got flute, it was gone. It just whoosh. So take your time and really work on your body gestures. Janet, I thank you for this incredible opportunity to evaluate a distinguished Toastmaster from Canada with history from Ukraine. It was wonderful to hear. Madam Toastmaster, back to you.
Thank you, Rochelle, for your speech evaluator. It was really great. And now time for share as keynotes from our technical team. And I will pass the floor grammarian, word master, Tatiana Litvinyuk. Tatiana, stage is yours, please.
Thank you, Любовь. I'll try to be short. Today I took down a lot of outstanding words and phrases which I like. Since here in Ukraine, English is not our native language, some words may seem, I don't know, usual or familiar for you, but they seem very good to be used for me. So I took them down. Those were such words as alert, the world full of uncertainty, friend of mine, goal setter, infectious smile. I liked that word combination very, very much. Encompass, mouth watering. Also, I heard this phrase, but not sure I could have used it myself. Blindfolded, blessed, dedication, wizard. I think those are the great words which, if we can incorporate them into our speeches, into our everyday English usage, that would be very, very great. And as for some proposals for improvement is just to work a little bit with the grammar times, because sometimes we tend to mix the rules and use, for example, present perfect when we should have used past simple. For example, when we have the exact time in the past, it's better to use past simple, like Soviet Union has just crashed without using the present perfect. And as for the usage of the word of the day, I think I've heard only Farhaz using it. So I'd recommend everyone to pay more attention to the word of the day. And before I finish my report, I would like to announce the winner of the table topic session. Thanks everyone for participating. That was absolutely great idea to have this session blindfolded. And the winner of today's session is Alexei. So congratulations. And also Rochelle was right after Alexei with a little bit less votes for her. So great job. Thank you for your great stories.
Thank you, Tatiana. And one more time, congratulations, Alexei, who winners table topic session. And let's move on in our next technical team, accounter. Kim, please, stage is yours. How much time we use unnecessary sounds and crutch words? Share with us. Kim?
Thank you very much, Lobo. I agree with Lada. Having blindfolded and trying to listen, actually you hear better. But then again, throughout the meeting, and all the speakers, the table topic, the prepared speech, and the evaluator, I did not detect any word crutches. The only two person is Tatiana. Tatiana, you tend to use a lot of "and." And there were multiple "and" in your speech. So I think just be aware of it. And when you want to say the "and," just pause. And the other one is just Alexei with one "um." Other than that, everybody, no word crutches. Congratulations. Well done. That's it from me. Lubo, back to you.
You're muted.
Unmute yourself. You're muted. Lubo, you're muted.
Mute yourself, Lubo.
Thank you.
Luba,
And,
you were muted.
do you hear me? Okay. I pass the floor our timer, who will report about how we will done or not.
Thank you,
Janet?
Lubo. Thank you.
Dreamer, sorry.
Okay, for our timing, I will be straight away announce it. For the speakers, the 3 speakers, they are all qualified. With Nancy, spent 3 minutes 55 seconds, Janet 6 minutes 8 seconds, and Ruslanti 6 minutes 49 seconds. So everyone is qualified. Well done. For table topic, we need to finish it before 2 minutes 30 seconds, and everyone is qualified. No one passed 2 seconds 30 minutes. So, and do I need to mention everyone's timing? Amran 1 minute 50 seconds, Priya 1 minute 59 seconds, Farhas 2 minutes 13 seconds, Alexei 1 minute 42 seconds, Tatiana 2 minutes 20 seconds, Rochelle, 2 minutes, 1 second. And the last part, evaluation, you need to finish it before 3 minutes, 30 seconds. And Alexei, you spent 2 minutes, 40 seconds. Farhas, unfortunately, you spent 3 minutes, 40 seconds, so you are disqualified. Rochelle, you spent 3 minutes, 15 seconds. That is all from the timer. Back to you, Madam Toastmasters of the day.
Thank you, Jamila. And now I pass the floor Ramesh Halai, DTM from World Travel Toastmaster Club, who will give us a general evaluation regarding our meeting. Please, Ramesh, stage is yours.
Sorry, thank you very much. Actually, it's not Ramesh, but Eliza. I believe that I sent a new agenda. We have a few things that we changed, but I'm not sure. Maybe you not get it. I'm so sorry about that. So, a very good evening, good morning, everyone, wherever you are. So today, my role as a general evaluator, I will give a little bit feedback for the meeting for tonight. So well done, everyone. We did a very great meeting today. I believe that all of us are very enjoy and also learn so much from our friends and from each other, from world travelers and also
Recording in progress.
Sorry. Okay. So start with our SAA that she did a great job, and also our Toastmaster of the day. I just want to comment. Thank you very much, Lubov. You're piloting the meeting very well. Even a little bit mistake with the agenda. I'm afraid that you are not getting the updated one, but you did very well. Thank you very much for the beautiful meeting. And thank you very much to all the technical roles like our grammarian and role for taking care of and meticulously counting and listening to everything. It's not, I'm not sure it's because you are blindfolded for this meeting but you did a very great job for tonight and well done. Thank you very much also to our timer, Jamina. I believe that actually the timer should be somebody else, but yeah, Jamina took it and I already updated in the agenda. So thank you very much for all the roles holder. And for this prepare speech, actually for this prepare speech, the three of the speakers, I listened about one thing. Start with Janet. During the festive season, don't forget to call and communicate to someone by Roslan before the person is going to leave us. So these are the things that I'm not sure, but you can get the connected between the three speakers, which is I really love all the speakers for tonight. Thank you very much for giving us a lot of knowledge today and remind us to do something that it's going to be benefit to all of us. And well done to our goddess unicorn Lada. Is a very different things. I believe that it's going to be followed by most of our friends around the world. We are going to have a blindfolded table topic now. Thank you very much for the idea. It's a very fun and fantastic. Great job. And also to our evaluators, everyone, I don't have anything that I can give more feedbacks because all of you are very great. Alexi and also Rosel, you and also Farhas, you are giving, I believe that all your feedback is going to give takeaways to all our speaker to have their speech for the best next level. So thank you very much for all the feedback. So with that, I just want to tell thank you very much for this wonderful meeting. I really enjoyed from the first until the end. I believe all of you are also enjoying. And welcome to World Travelers and also Chamber Toastmaster. I really, really enjoyed this meeting tonight. With that, I return the stage to our Toastmaster of the day. Back to you.
Thank you, Eliza. And I would like to highlight on this meeting the quote. There is no better life than right here, right now, with you. And thank you for this incredible meeting participation. And I pass the floor to the President of World Travel, Joseph Skoda. Joseph, stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Lubov. Deeply appreciate it. It's amazing how our team puts together different places to visit in the world. And so glad it was the Ukraine this time. And who knows what it's going to be next time. But we're always looking for other places to go out and experience something different. Especially we're talking about food. I love that about Janet. And even though I'm from the US, my culture's in Slovakia and Croatia and that part of the European continent. And some of the foods I can relate to. I love that more than anything else. And blindfolded, I have not done the table topics blindfolded. You mentioned something about turning around and doing one also. And those are things you can only learn when we go out of our comfort zone, when we go out of our normal home clubs and get to visit other cultures and see what they do. And that's why I love so much about this. Because of Toastmasters, my life has changed and I've grown exponentially. And I didn't know about Toastmasters until about 5 years after I got my PhD. Literally, I already retired from my first career, got 5 college degrees, and then I discovered Toastmasters. I didn't know what I was missing. So make sure we invite lots and lots of people, and very important, they get to know our story. So make sure we give it from our hearts and let people know what this has meant to us. I deeply appreciate the chamber today, and I hope you reach out to us and back and forth so we can encourage and inspire, more importantly, be involved with one another's clubs and however we can help each other. I always reach out, say, you're a great speaker, come visit my other club, or I love how you evaluate. I love you evaluate at one of my other clubs. And that's how I'm able to grow and bring in new members, at least visitors, on a regular basis. Well, all that being said, I'm going to close the meeting, but we're not closed. We're open up to any comments, any suggestions. I just like to carry the big gavel. So, well, I'm carrying the big gavel right now. I don't know what time it is technically, but meeting adjourned. All right. Thank you, everybody. Feel free to leave some comments.
Thank you.
Gavel.
Gavel was
That's
incredible.
awesome.
Here's my big
Wow.
one.
Oh, that's a
Just
small one.
It's a
director, they gave me that
sledgehammer.
one.
My gosh.
Oh my God. That's awesome. Fantastic.
It was
I'm
pleasure
afraid.
to
I'm
see
af- I'm afraid to ask what's going on your offline meeting in person.
Yeah, right? If you go over time, wrong.
Right. I'm probably the shortest speaker here because I don't know how to stop. So I just shut myself off really quickly. But in one of my clubs, we actually had a long cane, with the hook.
Yeah.
And they stick up behind you.
Oh, how funny.
Love it.
Wow. Yeah.
That was great. That was great. Awesome meeting. Woo! Дякую вам всім. Це було чудово.
Yes,
That's
Nema
really
thank
за
you,
fun.
everyone. Great
Thank
job.
you,
Great job,
Ukraine.
Lubov.
It was a great
Well done,
Nema
Lubov,
Thank you. Nice
Ruslan,
meeting all of you.
Alexei.
Great
Yes.
speakers, great
Marcel.
evaluations.
Hope to see you in Anaheim. Hope to see some of you in Anaheim.
If
Yes,
anybody wants to
Anaheim.
come to New
Hope
York,
to see
I
you.
just want to tell
See
you that
you,
next month
see
we are
you.
flying to India. We are going to Gurgaon Toastmaster Club. So I hope that all of you can join us on the second week of December. On
Yeah.
the 9th. Then after that, we are going to have a celebration. It's a small world after all during the near Christmas. So I hope that you stay tuned and don't forget to visit World Travelers Toastmaster Club. Thank you.
yeah, you guys
Yeah,
are welcome.
thank you.
See,
Have a great
anyhow.
day.
Small world after
Thank
all.
you. Have
Thanks,
great
everyone.
World after all.
Pleasure to
Bye.
work
Bye,
with
everyone.
you.
What did you all, what you
Bye
all,
bye.
Thank
what
you,
did you all,
everyone. It's a fantastic meeting.
Thank
what
you,
did you
guys.
all think
Bye.
of the blindfolded? Give me some feedback. Anyone want to give me a little feedback?
What?
That was
My
awesome,
blindfold kept
Lagan.
falling down.
I'm going to
Oh,
emulate that when I am the Toastmaster.
hold on. Wait, say that again. Go ahead, go.
That was awesome. I'm going to emulate you when I am the table topic master. I find that was very interesting. You know, when you're not looking, you concentrate on your hearing.
Yes.
That's an awesome experience.
Absolutely
I
great.
love it. Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
Awesome. Anyone
Maybe
else?
Lada, maybe one suggestion. Maybe only the
Wait.
Yeah,
Hold
sorry.
on.
Maybe the person who is speaking is blindfolded, so that all of us can see.
I agree, except as you heard the listening, it makes a
Yeah.
big difference. You know, I mean, it does. It very, very rarely
It
do you
does.
listen
It does help with the
blindfold.
listening. Yeah.
You know, I agree. It's more fun because people were very visual and they were doing things,
Yeah,
but
exactly. I would think so too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
yeah, but it was, yeah, it's kind of whatever.
It was
It's
fun.
great.
Yeah.
It
It
is a
is,
new
yes,
experience.
It is.
It was fun and at the same time challenging because you are not only listening to your words, but you also have to listen to the timer word.
Yes.
It was like distraction, so you have to be able to speak with that distraction. It takes that challenge takes it to another level. So I think it's quite tricky
But fun.
and fun.
Yeah.
It is fun.
Tricky in a fun way.
Okay. All right.
Awesome.
Good. Great. All right, guys. Awesome.
Good night, everyone. Thank you very
Good
much.
night, world.
Thank you for inviting me. Thank
Thanks,
you very much.
everyone.
I enjoyed a lot.
Bye.
Thank you.
Nice
Thank
to see you,
you.
Tamara.
Please
We didn't
return.
talk to you.
Come again.
Janet, that was great. Bye, Tamami. Bye, ET. Hey,
Bye.
ET.
Bye,
Bye, everyone.
Lada.
Thank you. Thank
Who said who
Bye.
said?
See you
Yeah.
Hey,
again.
Artie, that was you. Were I heard Artie's voice. Anyway, okay.
you. Bye.
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 So, Eliza, send me the recording if you can.
Later, yeah. Not now. I
Yeah,
will
I
send
love
it
to.
to you.
I love to see the blindfold part.
I know because she didn't see it.
Okay,
Yes, she
guys.
didn't see it.
I need
Okay,
to
bye
go.
bye.
Bye.